This is the Runescape Bestiary, the complete list of monsters found in Runescape, whether big or small. And there is one man who is taking it all on, and that man is the Bestiary boy. Starting from the lowest levels, we'll be working our way up the list, getting all requirements we need along the way, and eventually making it to the final goal. Welcome to Besting the Bestiary. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of Besting the Bestiary. For all of you newbies, be sure to check out the Bestiary Boy playlist linked in the top right in the card and or in the description below. So in the last episode, we ended on the level 40 combat bracket, but I did kind of tease that we would be going back and kind of fixing some things with the Bestiary list. So let's just kind of break that all down and I'll explain what is happening here. So during the filming of the last episode, the Soul Wars minigame was released. There was also the Isle of Souls, which is like a little island nearby or something to do with it. I haven't actually been there just yet as of recording this. But I decided to look back through the bestiary list on the wiki to see if there was any new monsters added to the game, because then I'll have to go back and kill it. There have been a few little discoveries that I've found just since like looking at the bestiary list on the wiki. So basically there have been a fair amount of changes made to the lists of monsters, like just the way that they've kind of been classified and written and split into different, I guess, sections. So basically for this video I'm going to have to go back through the list, check and cross-reference everything that I've already done, and basically just fix up and find and fill any of the gap. And hopefully I won't miss anything, but you know, if you do notice anything that I have missed, be sure to let me know about it. So we will be beginning from the very start by making some small changes in combat bracket 1. So the first change we're going to do is just a very basic and quick one, just to kind of get the ball rolling. All we have to do here is just change the naming convention for two of the monsters in combat bracket 1. So let me just show you that real quick. So as you can see here, there is the rabbit level 1. Now on the wiki it states that it is the Enchanted Valley variant, whereas before they just piled all the rabbits together as one. So now it is the Enchanted Valley rabbit, which we already knew anyway since I already had that as a note. And also the gnome troop is just being changed to gnome troop level 1 because there's also a level 3 variant, and that's just how it's listed. Alright, so therefore that was a very simple one, but you know, had to be done. Now this is where we actually need to start adding things, taking some things away, / just changing some things around here. So to start with, we're going to focus on the rams. So I now know that there are 3 different types of regular rams, as each 3 have a slightly different color to them. And there is also a lone, like a singular ram at the monastery. And then also there is apparently a sheared ram NPC variant, which I'll have to find somewhere as well. Luckily we have a fair few options for the locations of all the rams. I've just now got to go through and find the ones that we haven't killed, and then basically just tick them all off the list. So you can see here it's just the regular ram, so I'm going to change that and add in the rest of them. And here we have the 5 different rams. We have ram 1, 2 and 3, the ram monastery, the ram sheared. I'm just gonna go kill them all again because I only killed one of them anyways the last time, so I might as well just guarantee that I kill all of them this time. So cue me finding them. Alright, so I found the monastery variant above the monastery, wouldn't you know it. Monastery variant ram, let's go. Here in the Lumbridge ram sheep pen, we actually have all 3 of the 1, 2, 3 rams. Small color variations in their face. I'm gonna zoom in real quick and show you those. And that was all of them, but the 2 and the 3 ones are very similar in face color, so I think that those 2 are different. Like, I'm fairly adamant. So there is the 1, 2 and 3 ram. Now all we need to do is find the sheared ram. I'm walking up to check the last location. Okay, it is regular ram. I can't find a sheared ram in general. Do I have to shear it myself? Hold on a minute. Yeah, according to the wiki, I can't shear rams, so I'm not sure where the short Sean ram is. I'm gonna keep searching for a little bit, but I can't seem to find it. Alright, well, I went around on my other account to all the ram location with them shears as well. Tried to shear them all, couldn't shear them. So I do not know where the sheared ram variant is. It seems like all of the locations that were given on the RuneScape wiki are not correct. Well, at least they might be correct, but they don't show me where the sheared ram is. So I don't know. Oh well, let's move on. And just a quick one, Giant Spider is now also called level 2 instead of just Giant Spider. Also, I can't remember if I have either already seen this or brought this up before, or if they've just added this one in. There is apparently a chance, a very small chance, for a cow, just a regular cow, to spawn in the Nightmare Zone as a level 2. There's a couple of problems here. So one, obviously I can't actually access Nightmare Zone at the moment, but you know, that's the bridge I cross later anyways. But all that it says on the wiki is that it is a very rare chance for this to happen, and it's like a Easter egg rather than, I don't know, something you can kind of grind for in a sense. I mean, technically speaking, I could just grind for this, but I am not going to be considering this as something that we'll be actively going for. There is actually no mention of the spawn chances for this cow. So basically, I also don't even know if it's still in the game. So what I will do is I'm just going to add it into the combat level 2 bracket list, and if we ever run into it, I'll tick it off, but until then, I'm just going to leave it highlighted as yellow as the exception color, as how we usually do it. When I originally made the list, there was a few different listings for the color variations for the men, but not for the women NPCs in the game. So all the women's were just classified as one thing, and all the men had a few different color listings. Now there is more listings for the men, and also they have listed all of the different color variation types for the women NPCs as well. I'm going to start with the women NPCs, and I'll add them all in as their colors, and then I'll be going back to the video and checking to see which ones I had already done, and then I'll tick them all off, and then we'll do the men listings. Okay, so here are all of the color variation differences for the women, and I've actually just gone and checked, and we did find them all. So luckily for me, I do not actually have to go searching for any of these, and also go past me for finding all of these without actually having any knowledge of their locations. But now on the wiki, they're all listed and their locations as well. You know, this just goes to show you, I put in that work. Anyways, time to do the men listings now. Here we are. I will now be ticking off all the ones that I have done. So I've gone back and I've checked, and the man blue, done. The man red, done. Green is done. Now for man backpack, I did kill one of them, but I'm not sure if it counts as the Musa point one or just the man backpack, because I did kill it on Karamja, so I think it counts as the Musa point one. So for now, I'm going to be ticking off the Musa point one as the one that we did, and then I will try to find the other backpack man wherever else it may be. The man black we did, the man cavalier we also did, the light blue we did, the pink one we did, and also we did the man in the Blue Moon Inn, and this one I am proud of because this was not actually listed on the wiki at all when I first did it, so I found this one independently myself. All we need to do is kill the man on Karamja, the Karamjan man, and the regular backpack man. Okay, we have found the backpack man, which also means that since this one is below Balador, oh my god, I killed him so quick. This guy is below Balador. This one is the non-Musa point one, obviously. So I was right in ticking the fact that the other one was the Musa point one. Man backpack complete. Alright, so here is the man on Karamja. I don't actually know how I missed this guy last time, to be perfectly honest. But bam, that is that. And that is actually all of the new, well, all of the men in general ticked off, completed. Beautiful. So I might have just missed adding this guy, I'm not really sure, but either way, there is another miscellaneous citizen to take out later on down the line, of course. So I need to add in Brody here. He has the same stipulation as these guys. Get to miscellanea. Also, like I mentioned just before, there has been a change in the rabbit stipulations now. The rabbit level 2 that we've already killed is now being changed to the Misthalin rabbit, but that one's still completed, so that's nothing to worry about. But there is, however, now a Taranwan rabbit type, and so he now gets added in, and that is an underground pass requirement minimum because we have to get into the elf lands. These crazy people have added in the monsters from Tutorial Island in the bestiary list. When I originally did this, they weren't in the bestiary list, and also I purposefully started the account in Lumbridge so I wouldn't get the inevitable, you know, oh, scuffed account comment. Well, I've already killed these, and because I had to complete Tutorial Island, there was no way to avoid it, or at least if there was, I'm not gamer enough to have known. So basically, I guess I'm just going to add them in, tick them off, and you can let me know how scuffed my account is in the comments below. In Combat Bracket 4, just a quick little naming convention change. The man in West Arty is now changed to man level 4. Alright, so this next one is actually less of a change by the wiki and more of a mess up on my end. Basically, I thought that the level 7 imp in the God Wars dungeon was only available in the regular God Wars dungeon, but I received a comment a few episodes ago now, and then I forgot about it a few times. Basically, the imp, the level 7 imp, I can actually find it and kill it in the God Wars dungeon in the wilderness. Just deposit all the stuff except for the necessary stuff and then head on down. Hopefully it should be pretty simple to just find the old imp. There it is, let's go. It's so good having an Armadillo and a Zami item right now. And there we go, level 7 imp taken down. Actually, while I'm walking back to the Ferox, I'll just start on the next one. Combat Bracket 8 is another small one. All they've done is just change the naming convention for the Barbarian that we've already killed. So instead of being called Barbarian level 8, it is now Barbarian level 8 with, in brackets, Blue Moon Inn. I'm not really sure if I should be showing you all those changes, but I'm going to just for the sake of consistency. The next actual big change is the changes to the Goblin Miner, the Cave Goblin Miner more specifically. When I originally killed these guys, it just had one singular listing and that was it, and I just kind of noticed that some of them had different shirts and whatnot, but now it is listed out all the different color variations as separate spots on the list, which means now goes from one different type of Cave Goblin Miner to 8 different Cave Goblin Miners. We'll start with adding them all in. Alright, so now that I've added them all in, I just need to now tick off the ones that I have definitely killed. So that would be the number 1, 2, and also number 4. But I see here that it doesn't really mean much to you guys, so I'll just pop up a picture on the screen most likely. I'm not really sure how I missed so many, but I guess all the other variants do look like almost identical. So this one is number 3. This one looks to be number 5. Number 6 is this one just next to it. This one I believe is number 7. It's mainly, oh god, it's mainly weapon and shirt changes for the most part. And finally, this one just here is number 8. Alright, well that one was a bit annoying in a general sense, just because, you know, it's kind of hard to tell on these ones. Alright, so this next one is the first one that makes me decomplete a combat bracket. But it's alright, because I'm going to get it back straight away. The next one on the list is a new Balador-ish guard. I say ish because it's not really in Balador. This one is what they call the guard in Doric's hut. But it's actually a little bit to the east of Doric's hut, you know? Like, here's Doric's hut, here I am, and the guard is just here. And then after we kill him, we'll add him into the combat bracket list, and that is combat bracket 19 completed yet again. We finally have the first monster that appears on the Isle of Souls, which is the whole reason I even rechecked the bestiary list anyways. We're in combat bracket 20 now. This means that I have to decomplete the bracket, but like the last one, I'm about to complete it straight away anyways. There's a small chance I don't complete it actually, because it says that there are 2 types of these monsters. The Forgotten Soul is what we are killing. It says that there are 2 types of these on the wiki page, but the second one has a question mark for the combat level, which leads me to believe that there's a potential chance I just can't kill the second one, and I assume the Isle of Souls is okay. Oh, okay. It's this whole thing. Alright, I'm gonna go for a wander search, and I think this is where the location is. Alright, here we are. I did find them, and yep, the second one is just here. I don't know why there's a question mark for it on the combat level of the second variant of the Forgotten Soul, but these are the 2 ones that are listed on the wiki. Very weird actually, but let's take them both out. There's Forgotten Soul number 1, and here is the second Forgotten Soul. Alright, and they've added another guard type, although not really a type, but I'm just going to call them that. We have the Edgeville version. We take them out. Just got to add this one into the combat bracket 21 list and tick him right off. Alright, so there is a new Knight of Arty to kill. It is actually encountered during the Song of the Elves quest, so I actually can't kill it right now, but I need to add it in to this tier, or else, you know, I'll never remember to do it. But I just have to remember that when I'm doing the Song of the Elves quest, I need to go and kill this Knight of Arty. I am glad I ended up looking up all this stuff as well, because I didn't even think about the Shade Catacombs at all. They did add a monster in the new Shade Catacombs with the update that came out pretty recently. Like, I think that came in after the Isle of Souls, or maybe just before, but either way, I hadn't checked. So I'm gonna have to venture over to the Shade Catacombs now. I've never actually done the whole minigame there at all, but apparently these Undead Zealots, there's 2 of them, they have a random chance to spawn whenever you open a chest, so I'm gonna have to look up how to do that. To do this, first of all, in a general sense, I have to start and finish the Shades of Mort'Ton quest so that I can access the minigame, and then I have to just kill a bunch of the lore shades that I've already killed before, hopefully have one spawn and be good from there. But this is gonna take me a little while, so let me just get prepared and go do that quest. Ah, would you look at that, we just got a defense level while doing the quest. Oh, and also I will be doing the Serum 208 on Rasmir here, just so that I can always use him without having to worry about anything. And after this conversation, there we are. Look at that experience reward. Alright, so Shades is completed. We've got a couple of crafting levels, herbal levels, we've got a defense level, and we got a woodcutting level during that whole thing. But geez, I've just noticed that every time I need to burn the, what do you call them? Burn the remains, I need to make pyre logs, and to make pyre logs I need olive oil. Olive oil I can buy from the general store now, I have them permanently unlocked. But I need to get 10% sanctity at the temple thing over there, and to get 10% sanctity I need to kill minimum 5 lore remains, 5 lore shades, sorry, in relatively quick succession in order to gain 10% without losing. So it might end up being 6 or 7 depending on just how I gain it, how quickly I'm killing them. And then when I use my olive oil, on the temple, I lose the 10% sanctity. I then only get to make 2 pyre logs, which means I need to kill 7 shades to get 2 logs, which means I burn 2 remains, and then I may or may not even get a key from them. Long story short, I'm gonna be here a while, I reckon. Oh, I just put a olive oil in, and it didn't reduce my sanctity the full 10%. It was like 4% or something, so it's not quite as bad, but it's still pretty bad, you know? I'm not gonna say it's not bad. Alright, so that was my first set of burning shades. Just thought I'd show the whole thing and speed up, and that's what I'm going to be doing on repeat in between killing things over at the temple there. I might wait till I get 6 keys-ish, and then I'll go into the catacombs, and then I'll show you that trip, for like that first trip of course, and then yeah, let's get it. Oh, 21 fire making. And there you have it. First round done, and I got so much stuff in my inventory. I think I might need to just go bank. At least I can ectofile out, so I'll just be ectofiling, running down to Canifus. So from here, run down to Canifus. From there, run down through Mortmire Swamp, straight to Mor'Ton. Do a round or 2 or 3 depending on what happens, and then rinse and repeat until I get the Undead Zealot. Now I will say though, if I don't get an Undead Zealot in like, I don't know, I want to say 50. I want to say 50 for now, depends on what happens, but 50 chests, if I don't get one, I am probably going to leave and say that you can't get them on these lower chests. I'm not really sure. $22 farm making. $23 fire making. Oh shit, okay, finally we have an Undead Zealot. Now this one on the wiki list is the number 2 version. So yeah, there's 2 different types of these ones. We have the version 1, version 2, and they always drop these bleached bones. But yeah, that's that. Now we just need to wait and hope to get the second one. I'm not sure how long that's going to take. This one took me a fair amount of time, actually. I was actually beginning to think that there was something I needed to do in order to get it, like, because I kept looking up, but there's no mention of the drop rates or anything, so I was never really sure on, I don't know, like, I was never really sure on what's dropping it or what can spawn it and all that stuff. But yeah, here we are, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the bleach bones. I'll probably end up just burying them, I would say. But let's not forget to add both of the Undead Zealots to the Bestiary list, and then also tick off the Undead Zealot too, because that's the one that we've just killed. Oh, and just for reference, this is how many I have done. So I've done 17 of the brown bronze keys, 8 of the crimson keys, and 17 of the red keys. But we'll just see how many more we do from there. I'm not sure. I'm thinking like 50, but I'll probably end up just keep going until I get, I don't know, tired of it. We'll see. It depends, obviously. Oh, I just missed the sparks, but that is 60 defense. Rounding out those melee stats, I will never be wearing Dragon, basically, I don't think. And another of the zombie version 2, I mean Undead Zealot number 2. Alright, I am going to stop now at this point. I think that the Undead Zealot number 1s are not able to be spawned by these specific chests. I think I might need to go deeper in the Catacombs for this one. Oh, and I got a clue scroll there. But yeah, I just don't know how the other spawn works. Maybe it's just in a different type of chest further in, but I can't do those shades because they are higher combat. So I'll try again with the next set of shades, or when I do eventually make it to that combat bracket. But until then, yeah, let's just move on. And if anyone knows anything, let me know. There is another White Knight located just east of the Heroes Guild, and here we are just here. And apparently this is the only White Knight that is not in Balador, but that will not save him. And down he goes. Alright, let's add him onto the bestiary list and then also tick him off while we're at it. And I believe, unless I missed anything, that is actually all the changes that have been made to the bestiary list that I can make at this point anyways. Obviously as I go, I'll always be checking and updating as we have been this whole time. But again, if anyone has seen that other Undead Zealot, I'm still assuming that it is just going to spawn with a higher level shade remain, but you know, we never really know. And there is no real information on the wiki, but it seems like it's just the one type for me, even though there's another image of the other one. But if anyone has any insight on that one, please let me know. I would like to thank you all so very much for watching. The next episode we actually just continue on killing monsters through the bestiary list from combat bracket 41. Hope you guys are all looking forward to that one, and I am looking forward to seeing you next time. See you later.